Alright guys, how you doing? I am going to be drawing some lawn care activities just in time for the summer. What was that?
There's a bag with all the summer stuff in it. And it was in the bottom of it. I spent a year and a half looking for this.
Well, there you go.
Now I have 2 e-readers.
Thank you, Jake Hill. How are you guys dealing with the heat? Is it too hot over there? It's supposed to be 35 degrees tomorrow. Or on July 1st. You want Cammy to electrocute your nipples. I don't know how long it's going to take before there's some Rule 34 happening to some of the stuff that I draw. But I'm assuming it's going to happen very quickly.
Mischief Rule 34.
I kind of, deep down inside, I look forward to seeing it. Just a little bit. Came in just in time. My brother is hogging the PS4 and I don't have anything to do until he started this live stream. Just in time to watch him draw some lawn tractors. Vladka, thank you for sharing that with me. It's 120 in Phoenix. I don't know what that is in Canadian Celsius. 120 in Phoenix. I'm assuming it's probably a lot hotter than it is over here. I'm just sounding like some wimpy Canadian. It does get quite humid here in Montreal, though.
29 degrees.
What's that?
29 degrees.
Yeah.
29 here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is this a request?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you ever like to do the podcast with Penguins Zero and Critical? I'm not familiar with their podcast, and I would consider it, yeah. Someone has asked me to do a podcast with them before, and I might still do it. It's just I get really awkward when I have to talk with people. It's kind of different when I'm just streaming. I'm just talking to myself. Talking to myself, but I'm talking with you guys. But no, I would do it if they asked. Yeah, probably. Give it a face. Have you ever driven a tractor? I've driven a ride-on lawnmower. I don't think that really counts as a tractor. I've driven a golf cart. You want me to add a face to the lawnmower, eh? Wonder what should I do? Should I make this a mischief lawnmower? Make it like a bonus episode? Maybe I'll do that. just have him talking about mulch and stuff. Proper lawn care maintenance. And how you can't use pesticides anymore, but were you sponsored by McDonald's? I really wish that McDonald's would pay me to make memes of their mascots. But what's most likely going to happen is they're going to send me a cease and desist letter in a couple of months. So no, I have no affiliation with McDonald's. I was thinking of doing another kind of fast food animation, which is like the Burger King. Kind of make him like the top dog in the food chain. Have him like be doing MSG runs in the back of his truck and that sort of thing. I might still do it. Hey, Marty's shorts. Have you ever shot a gun mate? No, I haven't, but I think it'd be fun to do that sometime. Shot a paintball gun. That's about it. Do you think you get some free food vouchers out of it? Maybe if I did a video on Wendy's, I could get some free food vouchers. They seem to be pretty dank with their Twitter page, posting lots of dank memes. I remember that one time they posted a Wendy's Pepe, and then they got they deleted it or something because this was around the time when Hillary Clinton was like, Pepe is a hate symbol or something, and Wendy's had a Wendy's Pepe. Can't think of any Wendy's animations though. I was thinking maybe have the Wendy's girl with the Burger King, you know? That might work out. Kind of she's like addicted to MSG. She's like, Burger King's feeding her addiction. So you like memes. Hey dude, I love the recent episode. When will a new character be introduced? Soon or in the near future? Well, that's a good question. I introduced a new character, the hand character, and he got kind of eaten right away. So I haven't thought about putting in a new character yet because it takes me so long to make the animations that I wanted to develop the characters that already exist. But I was thinking of having another character soon. I'm not sure if it should be like a spirit character like Mischief or if it should just be like a regular person that kind of exists in the universe. Still thinking about it. It takes me a while to come up with these episodes. Like doing the meme videos, not so much, but the interface stuff, I gotta like think about it every day for like weeks, and then I come up with something. And it's tricky. I mean, the videos seem kind of, they're not too complicated, but I want the animations to be consistent in terms of the story. That's the hard part. Do you have any merch currently? Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't know why, but I had a whole bunch of merch on Redbubble, and then Redbubble terminated my account. So I think it might have something to do with the fact that I'm using like McDonald's characters, possibly. And I tried emailing them, and they haven't gotten back to me. So I'm assuming my Redbubble account has been killed off permanently, and there's not much I can do about that. I do have another merch page with Teespring, and you can get there. But the thing is, I don't have a lot of stuff on it yet because I've been uploading stuff to Redbubble because it's a little bit cheaper and more affordable. But Teespring has better quality stuff. So, and the problem, I'm having some problems with their poster upload thing right now. But if you guys are interested, I'll put the link. If I can get there, I just forget how to get to my own store. I'm going to add some more stuff to the Teespring. It's just taking me a while because I've got a lot of stuff going on these days. There's a link. Yeah, when is a new playable character in your brawl going to be revealed? Luigi, perhaps. Are there deeper themes similar to interface? There is, yes. I try to include as much symbolism as possible, but I don't want to give any of it away. It's just up to interpretation. Will you do another series? Oops, hold on. After interface. Yes, I'll probably continue doing interface for quite a while. So no worries about that. It's not going anywhere. And if I do another series, it will be on the same channel. Probably. Oh, of course, Marty Shorts. I've definitely seen Red Pilot's Son, actually. My friend Colin showed me his videos a while ago, and they're partially what influenced the style of his animations. What's that?
Colin.
Yeah.
Hype.
Are you going outside? Or
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Carolina's just here, distracting me in the corner of the room.
Waiting for my phone to launch.
Yeah. Hey, have you guys seen this new show? There's a pilot that just came out on Adult Swim called Day World. It came out like a couple days ago. If you search Day World pilot in Google, you should watch it. It's really weird. I really enjoyed it, and I hope they turn it into a season. Because it's just so friggin' bizarre. It's like, and I can't really explain it. Is this but the main guy is like excessively happy? Like I know some people like that in real life where they're just really, really happy all the time, or it comes across as almost like not genuine. Anyway, you should check it out. Just search Day World on YouTube or on Google and type in Adult Swim. You'll find it. It's worth watching or checking it at least. Yeah, it's understandable why it takes a long time to do new characters. Will Pink Boy get into a fight scene, or will it be another character that will fight? Bye, Carolina. I think eventually he'll be in some sort of combat situation. I don't want to get into it too quickly, though, because I want him to be sort of a friendly guy, not too violent. But he will probably have to do something eventually. Do you think people will read too deeply into your videos and find meaning you didn't intend? Yeah, I mean, that happens all the time. However, I've been reading some of the interpretations that are on the Discord and the lore channel, and some of the people are very close to what I did intend. But there's always things that people interpret that are almost the complete opposite of what I intended. But that's what happens when you make things kind of vague and metaphorical, I guess. I think my animations are more metaphorical than they are plot-driven. Yeah. Yo, Mammy, next time I deposit money into my credit card, I'm going to raw no. Well, hey, thanks, Azen Rubio. I appreciate your support. Have you ever heard of something called Who Wants to Non-Human Bones? I think you would like it. No, Meme Queen of Planet Sheen. I haven't seen that, but post it in the Discord and tag my name, and I'll check it out afterwards. That's definitely the best way to show me stuff, because I'll remember to see it later when I check the Discord. Listening to your music a while watching this. Oh, thank you, Caesar. Thanks for the comments. Can't find the Day World thing. Here, let me just post a link. I looked up the creator of this show, and apparently he's also Canadian. He lives in Alberta or something. Here's the link. You guys can check it out now or later, whenever you want. Hey, foot cheese. Favorite animated shows and movies in general? I really like the Animatrix, which was like a bonus feature on the Matrix DVD. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Some pretty cool stuff in there. I think that's partially what influenced the interface stuff as well. Definitely Ghost in the Shell. If you guys have seen that movie, Ghost in the Shell, pretty cool. With the director Meramu Oshii. I actually worked on one of his movies. They were shooting in Montreal, and they needed someone to be a coordinator for visual effects. Kind of like a glorified production assistant, but for the visual effects people. And so I did that. That was kind of cool to see. The movie was kind of whatever, though. It wasn't really a great movie. think it was called Garm Wars or something like that. Garm Wars. But anyway, still cool to see that sort of stuff. They have some pretty cool sets, I guess. Hey Zadok, how do you doing? Or is it Zadok? In the future, will you think of doing a horror episode of Interface? That's the thing is, I don't really, maybe, like, it's not really horror what I do. If I did do a horror thing, it'd be more like psychological horror, which I'm trying to, like, ease into some stuff, but I'm not really an expert in horror, so I don't really know how to go about it. Because it's always, there's a little bit of humor. There's like a layer of humor, except for the last episode of Interface. That was kind of just strictly sci-fi, I guess. So there's some bizarreness to it, though, I guess. Not many sci-fi movies have spaceships that have like faces on the front of them. Yeah, it reminded me of Cool 3D World 2, and I thought it was done by the Cool 3D World people. But I'm not sure if it is. I think it's not. I think it's just by another guy. I think his name is Cole Cush. And it wasn't. I don't think it's Cool 3D World. It looks very similar though. But anyway, yeah. Hey Umami, have you ever heard of those moments where you get done taking a shower, but forget to bring your towel, so you have to run out butt naked to get one? Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't. It's not so bad anymore. I mean, now I live on my own with like Carolina, so it's like there's no one else here. It really doesn't. My bathroom is kind of so small right now. Everything's stored in the same room anyway. The worst, like, see, here's the thing. The worst would be if you get robbed. Like, if someone breaks in your house while you're having a shower. Like, what are you supposed to do? You just, like, so if someone's breaking in your house and you're having a shower, like, are you supposed to fight him naked? Like, I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Bronson, where he's like a criminal and he goes in prison, he like oils himself up and he gets in fights while he's naked. You should see that movie if you haven't seen it. It's amazing. It's got Tom Hardy in it. But it'd be sort of like that. You'd be like getting in naked fights. It's kind of weird, I guess. This animation and BG music reminds me of the artist Jerry Paper. He's got some great music. You guys should check him out. Okay. Yeah, Marty, maybe you should post that in the Discord as well, some of his links, or you can post it here. I won't be able to check it out right now, but maybe later. Any idea when the next video will be uploaded? I have a little surprise for you. Some unused channel. The next episode, well, to be honest with you, I haven't started it yet. I mean, I was working on Interface episode 7, and then I released it, and then my parents came to visit, and I haven't been able to do any animation since. So it's going to be a while, unfortunately, maybe a month or two. And I'm getting pretty busy here with other stuff, so I can't give you any dates, unfortunately. It's going to be a while, though. Yeah. You should have a weapon in your shower. Run out there with a toilet plunger. Yeah, I really liked Bronson. The cinematography was also like pretty amazing, I thought. You know, some things about it, or just the use of color and stuff is pretty nice. It almost felt like an animation. Like, it's weird. It was a live action movie, but it felt like the way that they did things were very colorful and thoughtfully choreographed, you know? Well, I guess that's true with live action too. Okay, this is taking me a while to draw, eh? I want to get a lot of detail in here, though. I don't really know where I'm going with this animation, other than I kind of like the idea of kind of like Hank Hill humor, like dad jokes. I might just have like some guy mowing his lawn early in the morning, talking about mulch or something. Will you make another intro for interface? Like maybe the pink guy says interface with his really deep voice. I don't know if it feels necessary. I was thinking of doing a trailer for the interface series, because there's not really a trailer. People just kind of watch episode 1 and they're like, what the fuck? So maybe I might do like a trailer. Though I just don't know when or what the best way to do it is. Do you guys think I should do a trailer? Do you think it's necessary? What happens when Pinocchio says his nose will grow bigger? That's a good question there. Maybe it's like when you divide by 0 and his nose like goes backwards into his head. Being of pure internet. Okay, this is cool. I'm watching the stream on Twitch, but I'm using the YouTube pop-out chat to talk here. Do you ever spend a long time working on interface before putting the first episode up? The first episode was based off of a comic I drew, so I kind of had the idea of what I wanted to draw, and it was a little bit more serendipitous than later episodes of interface. Because I knew I wanted to make a series, but I wasn't really sure what it would be about. And so I had a lot more freedom, I guess, when I made the first episode. And if you watch it, it's kind of feels different from the rest of the episodes, I guess. It's a little bit more off the cuff, I guess. Yeah, do a trailer. Yeah. I'm working on some new music, and I really want to release it, but I want to make an animation using the music first, because I think that's the best way to promote it. Maybe I'll do it in the form of a trailer. I'm not really sure. I might just save it for another episode of Interface, to be honest. Do you have any drawing of Mischief from the side view? I do have one, and I didn't release it in an animation, so let me just pull it up. I think it was a drawing that I was going to use, and then I decided not to use it. Episode 6, was it? Yeah, there you go. There is mischief from the side. I didn't use it, I don't think. I ended up not using it. I might use it in a later episode. Where did the Sacchariphytus, I don't even know how to pronounce it, come from in episode 7? I sort of see a resemblance in the airship and was the evolution. I feel like I'm missing something. Well, I don't want to give away too much of it, but basically I was reading about how they think our earliest ancestors came from these things called Sacchariphytus, and which is basically like a sac. It's basically a word for sac, I think, in Latin, and it looks like a little human head kind of floating around in the water, and it doesn't have an anus, or at least it didn't find one, so it kind of regurgitates whatever it eats as waste. And if you look it up, you can read about it, but it kind of looks like there's like eyes and a mouth, you know? It's weird, eh? And I thought that it's almost like the interface blimp, the Greetings Robotic blimp, is trying to evolve, forcefully evolve. But I don't want to give anything away, so that's all I'll say about that. Let me just paint this all green for now. Is there a quick way to do this? No. Not really. Oh, a lot of stuff going on here. I posted in Discord. It wouldn't let me post a link here for... Okay, I'll check it out later, Marty Shorts. That's pretty cool. How much people do you work with on average? Well, I have a couple people that I've been hiring for voice actors, and apart from my channel, that's about it. I did the intro for the Let's Read channel, and that's about it, really, I guess. So, but I mean, my freelance, my job, which I do at home, tons of different stuff, different clients, always getting sort of different work, and so I guess it's hard to say, really, but honestly, I'm rather enjoying these animations more than that kind of stuff, so maybe, you know, this might become a full-time sort of gig for me, doing these animations. It's hard to find time to do both, you know? Okay. What else is green? That thing right there. Saw him perform in Los Angeles. Okay, I'll check him out, Marty. Are those yellow forehead things hair? They're kind of like eyebrows that kind of like also look into his head, I guess. Not really eyebrows. Can I make a 3D model out of Mischief and have it 3D printed? Yeah, go ahead. I mean, as long as you're not like reselling them to like at the hundreds of times, I don't mind too much. So if someone's looking for a link to the Discord, I'll also post it here. Or if, you know, being a pure internet, maybe we might... Well, go ahead and make the 3D model. I'll have to see it anyway. Let me just see here. Where's the length of the Discord? Just give me a second here. I should put it in the description. I think it might be in the description. Hold on. Anyone who's looking for a link to the Discord, I'm posting it right now. Just want to say your music is freaking awesome. Thank you, Mudasma. Do you use any hardware to make your music, or is it all done on computer? It's all done on the computer, apart from like sound recorders, which I use some effects and stuff, and a MIDI keyboard. But it's not really like hardware or synths or anything, if that's what you're getting at. No. Though it would be pretty cool to have some synths sometimes. The problem is I don't really have the space for it. My apartment's kind of small. So, that's that. Yeah, it's beautiful to see a series I found by chance. Can't remember how I found it. Hey, Zark. Thank you very much for the comment. I appreciate that. I'm glad people are finding it just by chance. I think that's the best way to find it. I lost my stylus, so in the meantime I'm trying to work on improv and voice acting. Any tips for a starter? Improv and voice acting. Well, I don't know if I have any tips for you because I don't know if voice acting is my strong suit. I mean, I do the voice for Mischief, but I also do a lot of manipulation to his voice, so the best advice I can say is just start somewhere and keep doing it, and each time you'll get better at it. And don't be afraid of putting yourself out there and getting feedback, you know? That is... And take the advice to heart. Like, really listen to how people respond to your work, because they're only there to make it better when they say negative things, you know? And it took me a while to get to this point where I feel like there is some confidence behind what I draw and say, but it takes a long time. Other than that, I don't really have any good advice to give. I'm not the best at giving advice, to be honest with you. What's the name of all the characters? Well, the blue guy actually has a full name, but I'm not giving it out yet. I'm going to give it out in the next episode, so you're going to have to wait and see. The pink guy has a human name for when he used to be a human, but that won't be revealed for a while, or if at all. Right now his nickname is just Mischief. I don't know if he has the other nicknames he has, just like Big Smile and stuff, I guess, but I just call him Mischief. Until his name is said in the animations, he doesn't really have an official name. Are you planning on making more McDonald's vids or McFeels or McFillin? Yes, I was saying earlier, actually, I was thinking of doing a Burger King animation, but what I have in mind for that is kind of ambitious, and it might take me a couple months. So I'm not even sure if I want to do it, so I'm still thinking about it, you know. Right now I'm just kind of doing a bonus video, I think, something that keeps people engaged with the channel while I work on something longer. Because I don't want to be one of those channels that comes out with a video like every 2 months or whatever. I still want to do stuff try to do a couple of videos a month, you know. Hey, Zukab Zika. I don't know if I just butchered your name there, but thank you very much for your pledge. I appreciate your support. And if you're in here right now talking with us. When is your next video going to hit? Well, it's like I was saying, this is, since I released episode 7, I haven't been able to work on much. So the next video is going to take some time. but it could be. It's probably going to be in a week or two. That's what I like to try to keep things released once, you know, every couple of weeks, maybe 2 videos a month. My initial goal for my channel was to do 1 video a month, but I feel like that's not quite enough. So I'm going to try to do 2 a month, even if that means that they're just a couple bonus videos, you know. Yeah. What are your favorite movies / series? Hey, well, I saw Sicario 1, the movie, a couple years ago, and it looked amazing. It looks like there's a new movie that came out, Sicario 2 or whatever, with Dave Sedaldo. Just like came out today or something. I don't know if it's going to be as good as the first one, but it looks pretty cool anyway. I might just go see that. I mean, it hasn't had anything to do with my, stylistically, like my animations, but it's like something I enjoy watching, I guess. Yeah, that Day World link I posted. I was hoping it was like a couple episodes, like there's a pilot and it has a couple episodes, but it's literally just 1 episode. I think, anyway. And I was kind of disappointed because I was like, this is so good, I want to see more of it. I really hope that Adult Swim turns it into something bigger, because I think it has a lot of potential. Give a breakdown of the lore. I'm not going to go too much into the lore because I don't want to ruin it, you know, with my interpretation, and people will take my interpretation as weightier than someone else's because I'm the person who drew it. I think the interpretations are what you make of it, and so if you want some breakdown of the lore, though, I guess you can check out the Discord, because there's some people who have already tried to discuss and figure out what the meanings are. Hey, Jello Moob, or Mob, Jello Mob. Yes, I am a Leaf. From Nova Scotia originally, but now I'm living in Montreal. So, here I am. What are your favorite animated shows? King of the Hill, and let's see, what else is there? I know a lot of people hate Family Guy. I like Family Guy. I just find it like just purely funny. It doesn't have to think too hard about watching it, you know. I guess Robot Chicken too. That counts as animated. I guess it's stop action, but it's not really 3D or drawn animation, is it? Okay, so there's my lawnmower. Have you ever watched Blade Runner or the sequel? Yes, I've definitely watched both of those movies. I quite enjoyed them. The second one, visually, was amazing. I love the music, and some of the scenes were great, but I don't think it was a very strong movie, the second one. In terms of its story, at the end was kind of just whatever, you know. The first one, I loved that one. That was cool. How did you learn animation? just kind of just by drawing stuff on my own. It takes a lot of, I mean, as you can see, I'm tracing something, so it's not, you know, you don't really need to know how to draw freehand to do animation. I'm just using it as a guide, and then I go from there. Probably delete this by now, though. Save it. Suicide is an excuse. Hey, Adam Levy, don't do that. Or Levi, is it? There's plenty of things you can do without having to go that route. Umami, you seem to have trouble speaking. You must be really focused on the lawnmower, but just take your time before you speak. Well, I mean, I have trouble speaking in general sometimes. I can't even talk properly, but like, you know, when I'm talking to Caroline and stuff. But yeah, I'll try to take your advice, and I'll try to be a little more thoughtful sometimes when I say it. It's really hard to draw and talk at the same time. I'm not very good at multitasking. Okay, so I'm like putting all this detail on the chair, but I'm probably not even going to. You're probably not even going to see that because I'm going to draw someone in the chair. What cereal do you currently have in your kitchen? Let's see. Let's go check it. Take a look. I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I got Oatmeal Crisp. And Honey Bunches of Oats. Life brand cereal. That's it. I got a soft spot for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. To be honest, I have trouble speaking too, and but that was in the past. I found a cure for it. Hey, yeah. I mean, part of the thing is doing these streams is I've never really spoken to an audience before, other than a few times, going through university maybe. So doing streams is kind of like a new thing for me, and it's kind of helping me come over my awkwardness when I'm speaking to people. I think in my first couple of streams I was kind of like really tightly wound, I guess, is that the word? But over time you get a little bit more relaxed. Carolina does streams too, and she was doing some painting streams, and she's definitely gotten a lot more relaxed over time. It's just something you have to do by, you just start doing it and you get better at it. One of those things, right? It's like anything, really. So hopefully I'll be able to multitask a lot better. I just read the Q&A. if you can visualize scenes based on a musical track, what do you visualize when you listen to hard bass? Is hard bass a musical group, or is that just a genre? The thing is, I can only visualize scenes with certain types of music. And I don't know why, but for some reason that includes Celtic music, orchestral music, but it's kind of limited in terms of what kind of music it is. It has to be like my own music, I guess, too. That kind of helps me figure out what I want to do for my next episode. Sometimes I start an episode by making a music track, not the other way around, which I think is different from how a lot of people work. This is looking pretty slick. Pretty slick looking lawn tractor. What did/are you studying? Well, I went to school back in 2012, and I studied film production at an art university or art college, whatever. The main reason why some people can't speak is because you're afraid of people might judge you because of who you are. But don't let that worry. I'm happy to give you advice. I think that's very true. When people they're not confident about themselves, and they don't want to be. They feel that people will judge them, you know. And honestly, that's what does happen. But you just gotta get to a certain point in your life where just like, you know what, it doesn't really matter, and can't live your life worrying about what other people think. Well, it's starting to get humid over here now. I can feel it. Some kid out in the streets crying. I can hear that. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I think I'll just leave those blank. What was the hand thing also a humor before it became what it was? What was the hand thing? I don't want to say yes or no. It's for up to you to decide. Essentially, though, think of it like what he is currently, a spirit, or in Eastern culture, I guess, they are reincarnations or forms of what used to be a human. So, if you put it that way, I guess, yes, he was a human before. Russian music, I think you heard of Tripolsky or something like that. Wow. I'm not sure if I heard of Tripolsky, but yeah. I'll check that out later. I might have heard of it, just didn't know that it was called Tripolsky. Alright, so there's my lawn tractor. Is there a reason why you picked fast food as the focus of some of your videos? Hey, man, thanks for talking to me. I know your name's not Gay Retard, but your brother changed your name. Thanks for talking with me. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping in with us. The reason why I chose fast food was because it's something that people can relate to, and just because it's kind of funny, I guess, like seeing Ronald McDonald do stuff that he's traditionally not supposed to be doing, or doesn't do. That's the only reason, really. Mike Var. I'm home on a Friday night having dinner and enjoying your live stream. Well, thanks, Mike. Thanks for stopping in. I'm happy that you're a nice, relaxing weekend. I hope you guys have a good July. Well, for me, Canada Day, and then for you guys, Americans, July 4th, Independence Day. So, do you find animation time-consuming? I know some people like SpazKid or Psychic Pebbles spend up to 14 hours a day. Also, is there a child in your basement? Psychic Pebbles, yeah, I've seen. It's her, I think. Her. I've seen her work, and I don't spend 14 hours a day. So episode 7 of Interface, there was one day where I spent 14 hours, and that was the last day before I uploaded it. I wanted to get it finished. I usually spend maybe 4 or 5 hours a day doing animation, and I try to do it every day or every other day. And because I can't do it that 14 hours a day because I have to do other things like my job basically. So, but yeah, it does take a long time. As you guys can probably already tell, it's taken me a very long time just to get this tractor drawn. I don't usually put this level of detail in it, but that's kind of what happens when I do live streams. I end up drawing things really detailed. Mom spelled backwards is wow, and wow spelled backwards is wall is me that I can't seem to find my mommy. Adam. Are you able to stream enough on Twitch so you can earn money from it? I want to sub with Twitch Prime. Here's the thing. All my subscribers are on YouTube, and I guess I could switch over to Twitch, but YouTube is kind of cracking down on people who advertise their Twitch on YouTube, like to the point where they're like preventing people from streaming on YouTube for advertising it. So I don't even like saying the word anymore on my streams. It may be something I might consider in the future, but I think the streaming on YouTube is getting better, and I might just stick with YouTube for now, unfortunately. I don't know if I would do the affiliate thing with Twitch because that means that I have to be exclusive to Twitch, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. Okay, I think I'm overdoing it here. This is my lawn tractor. It's done. Now I need to draw the person who's riding on it. Psycho Pebbles. Okay, you know what? Sorry, I got Psycho Pebbles mixed up with someone else. I think I got them mixed up with... let me see. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was the same because they're completely different. Crown Prince is an animator. I think it's a... Well, I think it's a woman. But I can't, I don't know. I don't look this stuff up, but yeah, so Psycho Pebbles is a guy. Okay, it's different, completely different person. I'm not even sure if I've seen his stuff before. Let me just, who is Psycho Pebbles? Well, I don't think I've, Psychic Pebbles, you mean. Sorry, I mistyped it.
It's a little...
Oh, this guy, yeah, I've definitely seen his stuff. Yeah, he's... Yeah, he puts, it's very detailed types of animation. His style and my style is a little bit different, so I can see why it takes him so long. It takes me a while too, but I think he puts more effort in the enunciation of words and stuff than I do. And that could take a lot of time. Have you done art in the physical realm, and do you still do it, or does your career get in the way of that? Paradox face. I have done paintings before, yes, but unfortunately they're not very popular, so that's... I started doing these animations and it took off, and now I don't really have that much time for painting. But if you guys are interested, you can see them right here. Posted a link. So I did paintings in the past. I still do paintings. I mean, I just don't do it as much as I used to, really. Have you ever tried producing anything other than ambient music? Try it. I mean, I don't know if some of my music is ambient. I wouldn't describe it as ambient, but I can't really get out of my genre, whatever that is what I'm saying. I don't know. I say music is one of the things I like to do. I'm not sure if it's one of those things that I feel like I'm great at doing. So it's, you know, I just kind of stick to what I'm capable of doing and let it evolve from there. I'm fairly late to the stream. Is the tractor part of a new animation, or you just do like stuff for fun? It's going to be part of something I might be doing in the future, animation-wise. If you don't make Real Talk 12, I will suicide with the Plastic 4. If Mark Zuckerberg does another live stream, maybe I might do another. I probably will, actually. Alright, guys, I gotta draw someone on here. So I want him to look kind of crude. So let's just see. Whoa. You guys like those paintings, eh? How much for prints of those paintings? They are sick. I don't have them set up really to be set up as prints. I gotta put them up somewhere, and maybe I should put them on Society 6 or something. The prints would go for as much as prints usually sell for. I think it's like 20 bucks or 25 bucks. I think Society 6 usually sells them like that. It's yeah, but if you guys want a print of something, like a painting, let me know which one. Like, you send me a message on Discord or something, and I'll set up a page on Society 6 if you guys would like to buy a print. Whoa, with Umami, your paintings are really al dente. Never had my paintings described as al dente before, but I really like that description. You can buy the paintings that are that don't have a red dot on them, I think. Otherwise, they're mostly sold. I sold them to. There's a collector in California who bought a lot of them, and then there's a guy in Texas who bought 3 of them. There's a couple around in Canada, but I really haven't had much time to paint, and they don't really sell for that much. I sold them for like $300 or $400. This was before I did animations and stuff, right? So probably could have sold them for more, but that's how it is. Okay. Honestly, the reason why I sold them is because I didn't have any space in my apartment. It's so small. So I gotta get rid of some of these things, you know. It's a can of beer here. Should it be a beer bottle or can? I think it's can's better, right? Your paintings belong in the MFF. Well, thanks. You guys, I'm not really a painter. I mean, Carolina is actually the one who does more painting. If you guys are interested in her stuff, let me send you a link, because she's been doing paintings a lot more than I have, and if you guys want to check out her stuff, here's another link. She does a lot of naturalistic stuff, but she's also doing some. She's doing a series on cybernetics. Here's another link. She's working on. She finished that one. So I should say. The aluminum can flavors only intensify the subtlety of the war summer beer broth. The warm summer beer broth, yeah. It's not quite lawn mowing unless you do it with... This guy's anatomy's all fucked up, but whatever. Let's give him some sort of like strange body shape here. Where do your feet go in a situation like this? Down here? I have a lot, my parents' house, they have a ride-on lawnmower. I just don't really remember how it goes. Actually, it's kind of fun mowing the lawn on a lawnmower. Being a pure internet, thanks for hanging out with us, and see you next time. So stereochroma is you. It's stereochroma is what I did before the animations, and it's what I currently do. It's like my job. Usually like corporate videos and that sort of thing. Yeah. If you guys have seen the YouTube channel called Stereochroma, those are videos we shot in the last couple of years. It's been difficult to do those kind of videos though, because it costs a lot of money to go out and shoot stuff. And YouTube doesn't really, I mean, it does pay, but it's hard to get your investment back sometimes on YouTube when you go out and shoot stuff like that. I don't think there is enough chins. Maybe I should add some more, eh? I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Let's add some more, but make them more. Let's also give them some forehead wrinkles. Nah, let's leave it like that. Okay. Let's color him in. You should give the old dude a pipe. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Art for art's sake is an empty phrase. Art for the sake of truth, art for the sake of good and beautiful. That is the faith I am searching for. Hey, Adam, thanks for sharing that quote. It's very nice. You need ankle fat folds. You're right. And why is he wearing pants? He should just be naked, I think. That would be funnier. Some tickles. There's his kneecap. You're being sarcastic, Kevin, but I think it is better with more chins. Hey, Umami, how often do you stream? I try to do it once every couple weeks. I'm trying to do it more often. I just don't want to overstream. Do you guys think if I streamed more often it would be annoying? Like when you get like notifications and stuff. I don't want it to be like one of those things where I do it so often people are like, oh, he's streaming again, so I'll just not watch it, you know. But try to do one like every 2 weeks at least, you know, which isn't very much. Most people stream a lot more than that. That kind of looks like me when I mow the lawn. Hey, Screaming Chicken, how you doing? Needs a farmer tan. Yeah, definitely. Stream as much as you want. More, eh? I'm going to give him a nice, like, red sunburn on the back. Well, another one of the reasons why I don't stream too often is because it's difficult for me to get a lot of work done when I stream because I'm multitasking. Not that I'm blaming you guys. Just saying I get more work done when I just kind of just do it alone. But yeah, maybe I'll start doing it more often if it's possible, you know. I don't get notified, but I do think daily streamers are overkill. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel people stream or upload videos too much, and even though I like watching their videos, I don't necessarily want to watch the video that they released because it's like they just came out with so many of them, you know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense, but okay, here's my naked dude. Have you ever had broccoli and cheese with grilled cheese? No, I haven't. Sometimes I put like pepperoni in there, but maybe I guess I could try it with broccoli. That might be alright. I think it's more of a treat if you do it every so often. It really gets people hyped up for it, I think. Yeah, I think so too. Awesome Pipe, I have a question about your favorite VST/plugin for Logic, and have you tried Ableton? I can't decide which is better. I haven't really tried Ableton. I mean, I think I might have tried a demo once, and I didn't really spend much time in it, so I can't say anything about Ableton. My favorite VST in Logic, though, is probably... well, it's their sampler, I guess, which isn't really much, it's saying much. ES42 or 24, is it? Or 64, I forget. In Logic 10, they got some new VSTs, like the retro synth emulator sort of thing. I think that's kind of cool. I like using that sometimes. And their tape delay plugin is pretty awesome. I like using that. And of course their Space Designer, which I think their Space Designer, it kind of blows out a lot of other reverb programs like out of the water, and that's why I like using Logic, is because of the Space Designer. Specifically, I think it's really a strong tool that they include. Some shadow down there. Not enough sprawling chest hair. Yeah, maybe I'll add some more of that too. Awesome. What is your Twitch stream? I'm watching on YouTube right now, but I like Twitch. I can't post the links to Twitch anymore. The YouTube's going to crack down on it. But just search in Umami Animations, YouTube, Twitch, you'll find it. On Google, search it. Asimo3089. Thank you very much for your support and your I guess your donation there. That's very thoughtful. Thoughtful, I guess is a bad time to say. It's very kind of you, and I appreciate it very much. Yes. So thank you again. What am I going? So chest hair. If you cooked a grill. You got a Discord, man? Yeah, I got a Discord. I posted it above, and just go to my channel page and go to the description. You'll find a link that says join the Discord. On the about page, you'll see it right there. Take care, Umami. It's always good hanging with you. I gotta get sushi with my uncle. See ya. Don't forget to check out Jerry Paper I put on the Discord. Thank you, Marty. Thanks for hanging out with us. And see you next time, perhaps. Hey, Remy Miller, thank you very much. Appreciate the comment. Mammy, I just discovered your channel. Thank you, Lobster Friends. You guys are you're too kind. The Nuggy Boy, I was going to keep watching. Is that TV? Alright, so let's see here. Maybe I'll animate his chest hair so it like kind of gyrates, you know? ESX24. I haven't played with much, but RetroThin's Alchemy is amazing. Can't get into Ableton because of how good Logic's Alchemy is. Check out Wolf Compressor for great wow take delay. Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with Logic. I just, you know, I wish it was on Windows too, so I could put it on a more powerful computer. But right now I'm just using my old laptop. I was wondering if you know who Sam Hyde is and what $1 Million Extreme is. Yes, I've definitely, I know about his show, and I've seen some of the sketches. Pretty funny stuff. I don't know what he's doing these days, though. Unfortunately, it got canceled, and I don't know too much about it. All I know is that yeah, unfortunately, something about his show got canceled because it was too controversial or something like that. I don't know. It's very tough to have any political opinions these days. People just freak out, you know? Okay, so should I have his hair be brown, maybe? Looks nasty. Are you planning on another competition soon? I just joined Discord and it looks fun as hell. I'd love to try to emulate your style in 3D. I'm learning ZBrush as a hobby in my free time. James Foster. And thank you, James, for the comment. And there is actually going to be a new contest soon. I was just talking to the two mods there. And I think we were going to do one in possibly July. So you joined at just the right time because I think we're going to have another competition. And so keep your eyes peeled, I guess, because it should be soon. I'm very lucky to have some awesome mods. Big H and CJ have been very helpful. Hey, Sign Fled. Thank you very much. I appreciate that comment. Thank you. Checking you out later. Sorry, I'm just missing some of the comments here. Thank you, Lord Moonstone. I'm just sitting here thanking people all day, but you guys are really amazing. I appreciate your support. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some more like redness going on. I think he's not red enough. Like his kneecap should be red, right? A little bit. Okay, his pipe also needs to be pipe colored. Check you out later. Hey, Paradox Face, thanks for hanging out with us. He's making a game with very similar style as your animations called Joyride Universe. It's really cool stuff. Lobster Fence. Are you talking about Sam Hyde? Let's see. If I search this, or are you talking about someone else? I'm going to have to check that out because it looks kind of interesting. Thanks for mentioning. Have a disgusting haircut with just a ring of hair but bald on top like Larry David. Alright, well, that's a good idea. Kind of like that. Should the top of his head be like completely burnt? Like, should it be like this? Or does that just look weird? I think it just looks weird. I should put some gray hairs in there. Also, his chest could use some gray hairs. I don't know if it's been answered before, but how did you think of the concept of interface? What's inspired you to make it? Well, I had, like I said before, I had a comic that I started. If you're a Patreon, there's you'll see it as one of the posts I made. It's basically just a weird comic I tried doing a long time ago, and I never got into it. But now it's taken the shape of an animation. Back then, you know, I was at a different place financially. I had to like work full time and stuff, and now I can freelance, so I have a lot more time to do weird stuff like these animations. And so I don't really know how I can say what inspired me to come up with the ideas, but it just comes out of the music, I guess, somehow. Merchants Guild representative, thank you. Biker stash and Confederate flag hat. I don't know if I'll put a Confederate flag, but or even an American flag or a Canadian flag. Maybe I'll put something else. Because I don't want to be political with my animations. That's one thing. I don't really like to, not in that sense anyway. I like to, I mean, there is some, if you really looked at my animations, there would be some political stuff, but I don't like to be so upfront about it, I guess, by putting stuff like flags or whatever. I might just put something else, because if I put a Confederate flag, then I'm saying, this is what I think about people who have Confederate flags, and that's not necessarily what I think. So, where's the pencil tool? Okay. My lawnmower needs a little bit more lines, I think. Oh, I see the problem. Top of his head should be cracked, flaky skin. Kevin, that's an amazing idea. I'll do that. I'll also do a close-up of the top of his head, so you can really see the detail of the cracked, flaky skin. Hey, TJ the OG, thank you for your comment. I hope you realize that you must also animate his chest hair. Oh, definitely, it's going to be animated. Do you make all the music in your videos? I make all the music except for Barry Y. I licensed the music for that one. And the Zuckerberg video, I found some public domain music. Everything else, though, I made. Yeah. The hat must be just a little too small so it fits on top of his head. But his bald head is showing underneath. Give him a tiny hat. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Do you find people with giant face cams in their videos annoying? I'm guessing you're assuming like talking about streams. I don't know if it's annoying. I don't really watch too many streams though, so I can't really say. Was that a good hat? Oops. Umami, what is the meaning of life? Hey, Marek, you gotta tell me. I don't know what the meaning of life is. I don't think too much about it. All I can say is that we're only here for a limited amount of time, so you gotta make the most of it. Alright, there's my guy. I'm gonna try to animate him a little bit, so this is just an empty layer, isn't it? What software do you use for the music? I'm using Logic and Audacity for the music. Yeah. All right, so I got John Deere tractor guy here with his beer. Maybe I'll make his can a little bit different color so it stands out. Excuse me. I don't know if that stands out, but give it a little bit of a highlight. Maybe. There we go. That's much better. And I feel like he's missing something for his eyes. There. Comically tiny. Okay, let's do some slight animation here, and then I'll draw the top of his head, which I think will be a great addition. Alright guys, I'm going to be right back, okay? I gotta go use the bathroom. Just give me 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. So what are you guys up to this weekend? You guys any plans? Family coming over? Canada Day? Independence Day? Or if you're from somewhere else, you got any other things going on? Did you torrent Photoshop or do you pay? My experience, the torrent Photoshop looks better. No, I pay for it because it's like I do it for a job. Like it's my freelance stuff. I use it almost every day, so I pay for it. It's expensive, but I think it's worth it. It also comes with stuff like the Character Animator, which lets me animate my face on live stream, which is kind of cool. So, alright, so what was I doing here? Animating his chest hair. Yeah, I know, man. My door hinges are squeaky as hell. I should probably get on that. Okay. I wonder what this is going to look like. Or what's this going to look ridiculous. This is like, his hair moves around so much, it's like noise on television. Give him clout. What do you mean by clout? Okay, let's zoom out and see how this looks. It's kind of funny, actually. Other things I like to do is just add a few pixels here and there so that it looks like he's alive, not just a stiff drawing. The clout goggles. I'll have to look that up. I don't know what that is. Alright, I guess I could do that. That's not a bad idea. Let's do that. Make a new layer here. You guys are referring to this, right? I really don't even know what that is. It's weird sunglasses. Does his hand move the steering wheel side to side? Not yet, but it can. So once I add some sunglasses in here, maybe I'll do that. Well, I also have to do a few other things, but yeah, we'll see. Kind of like this. He's a hype beast now. The tractor needs some worn off stickers or something. It can't be too perfect. Okay, alright, I'll do some of that. If you enjoy Boyd's Account, you should really listen to Olsen, 800% Slow Down. It's really beautiful and transcendent. I think I actually did hear some of that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I like it. Very relaxing. Now you can shave Supreme into his chest hair. Okay, hold on, guys. Oh no. Maybe I'll give him like a tattoo or something. I don't know if it's enough. It's gonna be able to read it. Tribal tattoos. Oh man, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, tribal tattoos coming up. Probably black, I guess. Man, I don't even know what tribal. They look kind of like. Kind of like this sort of thing. Is that how it looks? Does that look right? It kind of looks just like scribbles because he's so low resolution. Maybe I'll give him a tramp stamp on the back. Like we'll do a shot from the back and you can see the tribal tattoo tramp stamp. That might be a good idea. A red bar should be indicative enough of Supreme. Oh, well, I gotta look up the Supreme logo here. Oh, I see, yeah. Are you animating with Photoshop? Yes, I am, Tyler. Impressive neck fupa. Not quite. More curled spikes. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I might do it on his back. But for now, oops. Sunglasses coming off there. Maybe I'll have his sunglasses kind of like move up and down a little bit. Because you can animate with keyframes in Photoshop too. It's just not the best. If we go position. Hold on. It's kind of like it rumbles, you know? Because his lawnmower. Maybe that's too much. Oops, there's only one pixel there. Now this live stream has its own soundtrack. You can hear the lawnmower in the background. How do you make videos with Photoshop? I'm showing you right now. I'm using a plugin called Animator's Toolbar Pro. And I do the base animations in Photoshop, and then I do the rest in After Effects and Premiere. They added a video like timeline a few years ago. Yeah, exactly. this timeline is workable. It's not the best. I wouldn't really recommend animating in Photoshop, but I like doing it. So some people might like doing it. Okay, let me just add a few more things here to make this look like a better animation. Oops. I really hope they don't remove the timeline function in Photoshop, because they seem to be removing some features in Photoshop these days, and I'm using it to animate, so. Okay, next frame. These little dots that I'm drawing, they just make the animation feel more cohesive, as if almost every frame was drawn, because it adds a little bit more like a feel to it, I guess. Excuse me. Is it possible to add some sweat rolling down his forehead? It's got to be hot out there. Yeah, I can do that. I will definitely do that. Got a lot of things to do. There's a big feature request now. I will get there. I'll try to add some sweat. That shouldn't be too hard. So now, if I go back and play it, feels a little bit better, right? I gotta do the same thing to his tractor, I think, because it's supposed to be on. I want to give some vibration to his tractor, so I might make these lines a little bit thicker. I'm going to tattoo Thomas on my nipples. Just the nipples? Oh, also I should make the wheels look like they're turning, which is going to be kind of tricky. I guess you just kind of redo the outline, and it looks like they're sort of moving, I guess. Some grass blowing out the back would be a nice touch. Yeah, definitely. I agree. That's a good one. I should get a list here. I should write these all down. I'm going to do that, actually. Yeah, so if I don't forget. Text. Notepad. Okay. Let's do this out here. Grass blowing out the back. Sweat on the head. What was the other one? There was arm turning, steering wheel. If there's any more, guys, just let me know. Looks like the typical retired white guy down here in Florida. Tramp stamp. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the one I forgot. Tramp stamp. I don't know why he would have it, but oh, and maybe put some Supreme logos on stuff. Okay. Once I get this outline stuff done, I can start like animating different things. That's the fun part. Just this helps make the animation look better, so I better do it. Now I can also add some cracked, flaky head. Oops. Yes, that's another one I forgot there. Blowing some smoke. I'll put that in with the leaves. If you put in a cracked in one of the rims, it will be easier to make the tires have a rotating effect. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea there, Kevin. Let me see here. This is good. This is going together really well. Alright, let's see. Cracked rim, I guess that would be like... I guess I could make it black, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I'll make it orange or something. Just see how it looks. There's a better way for me to do this. An easier way, because if I try doing it all hand-drawn, it's going to look wonky. Make a new layer here. Make it where it leaves tracks in the grass. Okay, I'll also do that. Is that Hank Hill's lawnmower? I think Hank Hill has a red lawnmower. Doesn't he? Or maybe, I'm not sure. Does he have a John Deere? I don't think John Deere makes red ones. Drop my stylus there for a second. Okay, so if there's 6 frames here, it's just 2. Oh, which way would the wheels be turning? If he's going forward, that would mean that the wheels are spinning this way. Okay, so I'm actually going the other way. What is this? This is a guy. It's potentially my next animation. It might be a bonus video. I'm not really sure. So put this layer behind the black layer. Oh, why is it doing that? Let me undo that. I'll just do this. I'll just erase the parts where it's overlapping. Make a fucking war zone in the background where a B2 carpet bombs his grass. That's pretty funny. I might do something there. I'm just gonna write down your idea. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it there, Fly Guy, but I'll consider it. There's a rumor where they're making new King of the Hill with Bobby being 10. 10 years older. I would love to see that. I think Mike Judge is underappreciated as an animate or a person who creates cartoons. So there we go. Got this grass. Have I heard of Ray Sipes Lady Gaga? No, I haven't heard of it. Sorry. If you post a link in the Discord, I'll probably check it out afterwards, though, and maybe next time I'll be able to talk about it. I'm kind of ironic because you're procrastinating mowing your lawn right now. Have you ever noticed a 5-minute chat lag from sending to receiving? Are you talking about the text? It could just be that I'm just focused on drawing and I forget to look over. It could be lagged, though. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's not too laggy. Okay, so what was next on the list here? Grass blowing out the back, sweat on forehead / body, arm turning the steering wheel. Okay, let's do the steering wheel one. So what I'm doing now, if you can see, is I got different sections. This, from here to here, I can loop this, and that's going to be fine for him just driving. The next section I'll do is have him move his arm, so I can loop that when I'm in Photo Premiere. And so I can keep it separate, right? And I can have him do it at different times, right? This is the way that I animate in Photoshop, and it's been working out pretty well for me, I guess. Takes a while to get used to it, though. Mr. Berlin, thank you. The crack looks like it's just spinning in the rim. If it was smaller and closer to the edges, then it might look better. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I see what you're saying. You know what? Maybe I won't make it a crack. I'll just make it a piece of dirt or something, because I think it's too distracting. And this way I can do it by hand. I'll just do it like... if you do a steering wheel animation, then the wheels have to turn too. Hey, that's true, actually. That shouldn't be too bad, though. You should put Greedo from Star Wars just chilling on top of the hood of the lawnmower. Okay, possibly. I will possibly put this. I'm getting a very long list here, so it's going to be difficult to do it all. Give the tractor gold rims, and you can tell it's spinning in even more of a hype. Okay, hold on, guys. Gold rims. I gotta save this somewhere. Oops. Okay. Notes. If you're looking for the Discord, go to the About page on my YouTube channel, and you'll see a link called Join the Discord, and you should be able to get to it from there. There's not much going on in there besides a lot of memes, to be honest with you. There's some lore discussion, and we might be having a competition soon. So, okay, so let's move on. I need to do something else now. Which is him moving his arms on the steering wheel. Okay, so that's... Excuse me. This is where things get, you know, tricky. Alright, I guess I'll have him move his arm down. Or, no, I'll have him move it up. So it kind of looks like he's very relaxed. Smoke coming out of this pipe, or is that a straw? Or is that straw? Oh, right here, you mean? Is that where the pipe is usually? I'll have to, yeah, I'm going to put some smoke in. Okay, so I got that part there, and now I just have to... This is where it gets, like, complicated. I'm confused a little bit here. Oh, this is his skin? Right, so I have to split that up in the layers now. So... Oops. Next frame. Oh, the pipe. Right. Yeah. I'll have smoke coming out of this pipe too. I'll have it coming out in little puffs like Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm gonna have to animate the wheels of the car, tractor, the lawnmower too. otherwise it won't look right. Is it supposed to be the Boomer Wojak meme? I guess you're talking about the one where the guy's like sleeping in the bed. I saw this meme, like it came out yesterday, and it was the most hilarious thing. And it inspired me to do something similar, but maybe more detailed, I guess. It is a kind of a Boomer meme, though, yeah. It's gonna be like one of those things where he's like, I don't know yet. I haven't really figured out where I'm going with this, but yeah, it is. Hey, Flippy, Hyper Flippy Pasta, how you doing? What is this animation about? I can't really say. I don't really know. All I know is that I'm trying to do something funny here, and it will eventually turn into something funny. It just take it one step at a time. Probably going to be this guy mowing his lawn, and then he might like kill some stuff. He drives over an animal or something. I don't know. I got to figure out what's going on with it, but we'll see. All I know is since I did the Mark Zuckerberg Grill Talk one, I thought it was kind of funny to do stuff that like typical dads would do on a summer day. Seems to be kind of a funny thing to draw. Hey Meta, how you doing? Okay, so I got this going. The steering wheel needs a turn too. Jeez, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, exactly. Not funny in that sort of sense, just funny in the sense that, yeah, I saw the thumbnail for the stream, just had to click. Hey, Ben, how you doing? Welcome. Are you new to the channel, or let's see here. Okay, this steering wheel is causing me grief. Do you like a lot of YouTube animators? Oh yeah, definitely. If you check out the right side of my channel page, you'll see a bunch of other animators that I liked watching. The thing is that the animators that I watch aren't necessarily they're like kind of meme animators. They're not necessarily like they do animation, like full episodes, you know. I like this guy Timotainment, and he makes some pretty funny videos. They're just like surreal memes. Oh, I guess you're coming from Twitch then. Hold on. if you're coming from Twitch and you don't know where to stream, here's the link. Yeah, it's those cops outside my window. I don't know what's going on out there. Okay. Getting confused by my own drawings now. Yeah, they're coming for me, the people I keep in the basement. Do you make all the music in your videos, right? Yeah, usually, most of the videos I make the own music, except for the cases where I don't, which is I license. It sounds completely different, and you'll see in the description if I made it or not. Usually, I'll post a link if it's something I found from some other place. New York sounds like that all the time, yeah. Well, I'm in Montreal, which is, I guess it's not like New York, but it's there's a lot of cop activity outside of my apartment. I don't know what the hell is happening out there. Okay, what is going on here? I'm a bit lost. I should probably label some of these layers. What is this layer? Yeah, I don't even know what that is. It's a cracked rim layer, I think. Okay, and this is the color. Makes things a little bit easier, I think. Oh, wait, that's not color, is it? It's like that's the folder name. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Looks like a boomer dad waking everyone up at 7 in the morning. That was pretty much the idea I was going for. Okay, so got the arm movement of the steering wheel. Now I have to animate the wheels. It's going to be a little bit trickier. So I got the rim there. Man, it's going to be tough. I don't know how to even do this. My tractor. So what I have to do is make a new thing on top of the outlines. Just for the second portion here. This new section portion is called something about the wheel turning. Okay. So what I'll do is well, I can put it right here actually. Turn the opacity down so I can see what I'm doing better. Alright, so what I'll start with is have the wheel fully turned. Put that at the end. So hate painting. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Desmond, thank you for hanging out with us. Talk to you next time. Do you use a mouse to draw the frames? No, I'm using a Wacom tablet. I wouldn't be able to do it if I was drawing with a mouse. It just wouldn't look very good. Okay. So, this is where it gets tough because I have to also erase stuff. Not necessarily everything though, so let's just draw on the rest of the tractor. You're not the only person that animates in Photoshop, eh? Oh, do you also animate in Photoshop there, Jameson? Yeah, not a lot of people out there are doing that. Oh shit, I should have merged these together, I guess. I guess it doesn't matter too much. I have to just get the colors in here now. It's starting to warm up in here. I got to turn the AC on tonight. Okay, so what color was that tractor there? Whatever that was. Do you need to do, a good graphics card to animate? Do you need a good graphics card to do the animation that I do? Not really, because I'm animating at a low resolution, 640 by 480. So you can get away with a lot. However, I do some stuff in 3D, and then I like make it look like I hand drew it. And so for that, I might need a nicer graphics card, I guess. Okay, so at this point, I should move it towards the end. You don't really need a graphics card too powerful, you know, for this sort of thing, yeah. It just helps. It makes it less frustrating because then things don't freeze as much, and especially if you do stuff in After Effects, which I do sometimes. There. Hey, thanks, Sweet Roll. For music, I guess I really like Boards of Canada. If you check in the description, there's a link to a playlist I made, and it has a bunch of other music from other musicians that I also like listening to. So those are some of my inspirations, yeah. Okay, if I turn this on now, press this like. Okay. Still got some work to do here. This is where things get really difficult. I don't know even where I am, so that's why I don't recommend animating Photoshop. Weird, eh? Seems to be erasing the wrong layer. Did I draw it on the wrong layer? Oh, right. like David Firth with, yeah, exactly, Boards Canada, yeah. I live in Canada, yes, yeah. Oh my god, what's going on here? I'm just painting yellow. I'm like at the 2-hour point, I start like stop like drawing properly. Like it's just things don't go well. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, see, I'm just messing up. Let's undo all that. Split this right here. What is this layer? Okay. There we go. So I'll put in the layer that's in between. Erase all this. What do you think of Trump? I think he's right that the media misrepresents him. Otherwise, I don't really know. I don't want to have too much of an opinion on him. I don't really have too much of an opinion. I don't think he's such the bad guy that the media makes him out to be. He's just doing what's best for the country. And as a Canadian, people always freak out about NAFTA and the renegotiations and stuff. And it's a tough situation, but you know, I honestly, these are things that are a little bit above what I am capable of discussing. I don't really know the intricacies of what NAFTA are, so I don't really have an opinion, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm trying to draw a tire. I mean, I do have some political beliefs and stuff, but I try to keep them to myself. Okay, so what am I doing? I got this tire here and a tire there, so kind of need a tire movement that's in between the two. Since when are you animating? Well, in this style, I started in the fall of last year, and I've been growing the channel since then. Did some claymation when I was a kid, some Lego animation. Been kind of learning as I go, though. Lite Hardcastle does some really good claymation. I might have seen some of his stuff actually. I'm not very good with names. Definitely have probably recognized his work though if I've seen it. This is just going to help me so I can see what I'm drawing. Because it gets kind of messy. It hurts Olive Garden. For now, I'm focusing on other stuff. I might come back to the McDonald's stuff. Thinking of doing a Burger King animation. Got a lot of plans, but it's like I'm only one guy. I can only do so much. You know what I mean? I wish I could do it all. It's just yeah. I do plan to do something. If not now, sometime in the future. Hey, thank you guys for subscribing. Okay, I'm taking forever on this wheel. I don't know, I hard time here. This other wheel over here too. How do animation studios have those smooth animations? Is it like 100 frames per second, or are they always doing it another way? Sweet roll. One thing you should look up is in-between frames. In-betweeners, or tweening, I think it's... Usually, if you stop an animation like halfway between frames, like on The Simpsons, it looks really blurry and kind of weird. Let me show you. Simpsons... So if you look at stuff like this, this would happen in between the keyframes. These really bizarre kind of like exaggerated expressions. And see how their eyes are smeared? That is one way to make your animations look a little bit smoother, because the frame goes by so quickly, you don't actually see this, but it will play back smoother in the final animation. That's one trick. Nerdist, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you next time, perhaps. I think McDriven might be the coolest thing. We have to post modern art. M. Burke, thank you for the comment. I appreciate that. I can't stop thinking of you. About you. How you doing? The Pong video? Usually I'm sitting at the, for those short, really short videos, I'm sitting at the kitchen table. And I asked Carolina if she thinks it would be a good idea. Like, is this a funny idea, right? And she actually laughed when I pitched to her the Pong idea, so that was a good sign. That one really didn't take me very long to do. I did it all in one day. I mean, really there's not much animation involved, so the sound design took me a couple hours. Excuse me. The animation took me about 3 or 4 hours, I think. It was a fast one. The hard part is coming up with the idea, though. How do you come up with funny ideas every couple weeks? It's very difficult. Always got to be thinking of stuff. Finally thought of a project for a video you want to make. What is your project about? Or what is the video that you want to make? Were there any movie references in your last video, episode 7? Not really a movie reference, however, some of the drawings and stuff were inspired by Ghost in the Shell, and some of the computer screen animations were inspired by I'd say it was like The Matrix, I guess. Well, there is this RTS game that contains a unit. Yeah, the computer screen animate reminded me of The Matrix, yeah. Hey, Rabriate, how are you doing? I can't stop thinking about you. Cool, that's interesting, man. Post it in the video in the Discord when you're done. I'd like to see it. I always try to check out some of that stuff. Alright, so right now I got a really crude drawing of a wheel turning. Are cargo shorts cool again? I think someone asked me this before, and I said that I wear them regardless if they're cool or not because they're just so practical. How can you not wear cargo shorts? Like, I just need shit to carry, like water and stuff. I dry out. Like, What's going on with my pen? Oh, right, I'm on the wrong layer. Christ. Okay. Okay. So, what I do to reverse this? Duplicate everything, press this button right here. And it alternates it. That's why I use this plugin. Except I think I screwed that one up there. Puts it in reverse. I mean, this plugin helps out a lot. Keep up the good work, Mick. And are you going to be active on your Twitter? I saw that you tweeted 3 days ago for the first time in 5 years. Someone was like, "Hey, why don't you post stuff on your Twitter so that I can retweet it?" And I'm like, I don't really use Twitter. I made some really weird tweets 5 years ago. However, I don't know if I'm really going to be that much more active. I might post when I have a new video out, but I'm not really a big fan of Twitter. I don't like how they're censoring people these days, and so I don't really want to support the platform. So I will post my animations when they go live, though, probably to Twitter. It might take a couple of months since I will be in the first time I'm going to edit, plus... well, exactly, it does take a long time. So take your time, though, get it out, and then when you're done, I'd love to see it. I can't read that, so I'm going to have to translate it. Who can speak Japanese? Well, I can't speak Japanese, obviously. Okay, so there's my... I mean, the wheel only has 3 frames. I might draw another frame off stream because it's kind of rudimentary. I don't know if it needs another frame, to be honest with you. It looks fine. What else is on the list? Grass blowing out the back and smoke. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to put his pipe in there. Let's do a pipe smoke layer and grass blowing out the back layer. Yeah, I'm using a plugin called, not plugin, a program called Character Animator by Adobe. Syncs up my voice. All right, let's see how that looks. Just one side, little smoke comes out at a time. I'll probably duplicate that. All right, let's do a few more things here. Let's start labeling things, I guess. I don't get so confused. All right, sweat on forehead / body. This is going to be a fun one. I'm going to shift how I animate this a little bit later, but for now let's draw it out and you guys can see. The key is to put things on different layers so that I can break it out in Premiere later and animate them when I want to animate them. As the sweat goes down the side of his face, the animation speeds up because of gravity. Sweet, Roll. Thanks for hanging out, man. I'll see you next time. And then I can start like having it disappear. Because it goes in waves. I don't know if that's how sweat actually works. Probably not, but whatever. Yeah, so I'll probably move that around sometime. Probably will touch up the tractor a bit. Oof, starting to get low on energy here. Alright guys, give me a 5-minute break, okay? I'm going to go get a granola bar or something and I'll come back and animate a little bit more. See you in 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I think I'm going to be wrapping this up shortly. I'm just going to do a few more things. Add some leaves coming out of the back here. So what I want to do is select everything. Can I do that? Oh, no, these classes didn't get select. Yeah. Let's just undo that. Let's make the canvas size wider. Wrong side. Alright, so I guess the leaves come out of this thing down here in the front, I think. Not really sure. Making the new tubby time. Eventually I might do another one. It's not in the works for right now. Yeah, I'll probably do another one sometime. What else is on here? Sweat. Okay, so I got some of this. Smoke, maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna add the smoke because there's already smoke coming out of this pipe. So tramp stamp will be a different shot. Screen logos, probably a different shot. Cracked flaky head, different shot. Tracks in the grass and gold rims. Okay. Well, I'll probably have to do the tracks in the grass with my background, which will mostly be a lawn, obviously. So I'm just going to do a rough background right now. Let's say it was just there's another trick if you guys are animating in Photoshop. You can put things in folders, right? And then put a stroke around things or outer glows. And you're probably wondering how I get it to look pixelated because that's my aesthetic. Well, you can do this. Let's change this to precise, change the quality right here. And there you go. Now if I wanted an outline around those leaves, an easy way to do it is just do that. Or black, which I'll probably keep it as black because that's what I usually do. Just helps keep things look separated. I don't know if that looks the best though, but might tweak it later. Or sometimes you just do a different color, right? Doesn't have to be black. Maybe dark green would look best. I'll fix that out later. Anyway. Yeah, not too crazy about it though. Yeah, it looks alright now. Well, the grass that's behind him should look like it's mowed actually, right? Everything else should be green. Dark green. Of course, if he's moving around. I'm going to have to do that another time. It's getting complicated. Alright, saving these notes. I don't know if you guys are still here, but thank you for hanging out with me today. And for your support and everything. And I hope you guys have a good Canada Day or a good Independence Day. And I will see you next time.